Hi, fourth grade. Today I have something really fun for you to work on over the next 2 weeks. In fourth grade, you've been learning about symmetry. And you know that symmetry means that two sides of a shape or a figure are the same. They're symmetrical, they're equal. I couldn't find any really great challenging symmetry problems, so I thought we would take the concept and apply it to some fun puzzle-like uh, challenges. And this also goes with algebra and algebraic thinking, actually, because you know that two sides of an equation have to be balanced or equal. And so I'll give you some examples of what this is going to look like. So in your files tab, you will find a bunch of problems that look like this, okay? It's kind of like think of this as like a scale, and that both sides on either side of this middle bar must weigh the same. So it's kind of like a balance scale. Okay, so if you take a look at this first scale, and this is in your pack, this is number 1. Each card is numbered. So we're going to look at number 1, number 2, and then one that's a little bit harder in the pack. That way you'll know how to do them. Okay, so if we're pretending that this scale, they're telling us that the total weight of the scale is 12. Okay, so what that means is that this side and this side have to balance to equal 12 on top. Okay, so if the whole thing is 12, each half would be what? 6. Okay, so each side, and a lot of times I like to just write it right up here, that this is going to be worth 6 and this is going to be worth 6, each side. Okay, so if there's only 1 joule on this side and the whole side must weigh 6, then the joule is worth 6. And the answer to this question is 6. Okay? If these two both have to equal 6 and they're the same joule that are equal, what two numbers added together equal 6? We know that's easy. 3 and 3. So the pink joule is equal to 3. Okay, now that was a really simple first example of how to do these balance scale problems. Okay, let's take a look at number 2. Number 2 is saying that the total weight of the scale is 24. Okay, so again, each half has to total 24. Okay, has to add up to equal 24. So this side is going to be half of 24, which is 12, and this side is going to be half of 24, which is 12. So 12 and 12. Okay, so what 2 joules could equal the same and add up to 12? We know that 6 plus 6 equals 12, so the blue joule is equal to 6. What 3 numbers add up to equal 12? Well, we know that 4 times 3 equals 12, so each of these is worth 4, and the pink joule is worth 4. Okay, those are 2 kind of basic, simple examples, and you'll see these in your pack as well. Now let's look at what happens when they get a little bit more complicated. Okay, so if you take a look at the card number 6, problem number 6, it starts to get, you can see how it's getting a little bit more challenging here. We have a total weight of 42, but we also have this equation over here, purple joule plus blue joule equals 15. Okay, so let's start with what we already know, the strategy we already know what to do. 42 is what the whole thing must equal. So this half must equal half of 42, and this half must equal half of 42. Well, what's 42 divided in half, or 42 divided by 2? 21. Okay, so this side is worth 21, and this side is worth 21. Okay, now, if we're looking at the side that has the same 3 joules, really what we're saying to ourselves is, what is 21 divided by 3? Or what plus itself 3 times equals 21? And we know that is 7, 7, and 7 would give us 21. So the purple joule is 7. Over here, we can say to ourselves, what plus the 2 blue would give us 21? Okay, plus we know up here we have a hint. Purple joule plus blue joule equals 15. Well, purple plus blue, 7 plus what equals 15?